Right, well, joining the table here on Morning Joe, Republican representative from Florida and member of the House Ways and Means Committee, Congressman Vern Buchanan. And from the White House, NBC News chief White House correspondent and political director and co-host of the Daily Rundown, Chuck Todd. Chuck, good morning.
Good morning, Chuck. And Vern, we had a fascinating conversation. You had Andy Card actually coming on and defending Bush's spending. I don't know how he did it. I love the guy, but I have no idea how you could do that. Again, I'm going to make the Japanese guy fighting on Okinawa like 10 years later. Just give up. The war's over. You lost. But in this case, Republicans blowing $1 trillion hole in the deficit, along with Obama. What do you guys do when you take over in the House to make things different?
Well, let me say the first thing, I think they're very serious about moving forward on spending, but I've been hearing this for a long time. You've been involved a long time in politics.
Right.
The reality is, in the last 50 years, they've only balanced the budget 5 times. But yet 49 out of 50 governors have to balance it. Right. Mayors, county.
So what's the big difference? And by the way, Mika, you know I don't like talking about myself.
No.
4 of the 5 times that it was balanced, I was there. But anyway, so what restraints do governors have on them that Congress does not?
Well, because we can just go borrow from, as you mentioned, from the Chinese or anybody else. It's like crack cocaine. We are hooked on credit.
Right.
And that's a bad thing. A lot of people, businesses are, and the government is. And if you look at Florida, for example, we had $70 billion budget 4 or 5 years ago. They're down to 58, 60 billion, but they're making the hard choices every day.
Yeah, so do you have we fought for a balanced budget amendment. It came up 1 vote short. I know you've introduced balanced budget amendment. Will that work?
I think so. My first week there, everybody has a reason why they ran. I'm sure you had a reason why you ran. My number one reason was spending. Yeah. It was completely out of control. And my first year in, we did $2.7 trillion in revenues. Our revenues were up 10%, but yet we still overspent the budget $130 billion. Now, fast forward 4 years, it's $1.4 trillion last year, $1.4 trillion this year, $1.4 trillion next year. We need a constitutional balanced budget amendment. So if you take in $3 trillion, you spend $3 trillion and give the taxpayers the best deal.
We passed that in the House in '95 and came up 1 vote short. Mark Hatfield voted against it.